Okay. So, here you are. You're a parent that is looking for help. All of us as parents need help, don't we? I'm a parent of 3 wonderful, beautiful boys, but we all know as parents that parenting is hard. It's difficult under the best circumstances. And when you throw this into the mix, when you throw any kind of screen that can control or access anything, almost anything imaginable, it gets exponentially tougher. So we've got to think about that here on this channel. This is kind of the introductory video to the Digital Parenting Workshop YouTube channel. My name is Chad Landman, and I am honored that you're here. I am privileged. I have been privileged enough to be able to speak on this topic at many different places. In fact, who's counting, but I've been to 73 different places in the last almost 8 years now, starting way back in 2013, 2014 timeframe. It all started here at the church that I work at. They invited me before I even worked here to speak at their congregation, to speak to their parents. I showed up and there was 150 parents there waiting to hear what I had to say. I'm not an expert, but I have seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things from a lot of different people. Again, going to 73 different places in the last 8 years, I've heard a lot of different stories. So I've gained a lot of experience just raising my own boys. I have 3 boys under the age of 10, so they're not quite teenagers yet, but at the same time, I think I can help you. I think I can help you be a better digital parent. We're going to take a long series of videos, and by long, I don't know how long that's going to be, 10, 20 videos. And I'm going to offer them to you here for free. The same kind of content, same kind of issues that I look at in my digital parenting workshop that I go and speak to at congregations. I'm going to cut those up into bite-sized chunks. And we're going to talk about digital parenting. We're going to talk about the issues that are arising. If you go to, right now, activedigitalparenting.com, you will be directed to my personal website. It's chadl.co. And on that page, you'll see all sorts of presentations that I have, all sorts of slides, all sorts of downloads as well, and links to different things. And you should check some of that out. But you should also ask a question. If you have a specific question, I would love to answer it. I would love to try to answer it. Again, I am not an expert. In fact, what I tell every workshop that I'm going on, and I'm going to another one this weekend down in Alabama, is that I learn something every single workshop that I conduct. I learn something. It is a completely invigorating experience to be helping parents and to be giving out this information, to be hopefully encouraging and energizing you as the parent to take charge of your child's digital development. But at the same time, I learn something new that's either horrifying or disturbing or completely insane at almost every workshop that I go to. I will have heard something probably this weekend when I go to Alabama. I will have heard something that I have never heard before. And so that's the nature of it. I'm the nerd. I can keep up with this stuff. I'm an absolute tech geek, and I keep up with these different things, but even I am surprised quite a bit about the things that our kids are trying to do. I don't want to paint your kids as evil kids. They're not. They're kids. I think that's a thing that we as adults have to realize. Even if you have older kids, they're still going to be kids. When was the last time that you could remember? When did you remember being a teenager and making a great decision as a teenager? Right? We all made dumb decisions from age 13 to 30. And we need to understand that these are kids that we're raising. Now, with that being said, we also have to understand how we need to protect them. And we have to erect a barrier. We have to put up a fence. We have to create a boundary for our children when it comes to these digital devices. We cannot, and I will go into more depth on all of this in future videos, but we cannot just give them an iPhone and hope everything's going to be all right. The equivalent would be my 8-year-old. My 8-year-old doesn't listen to anything that his mother and I tell him to do right now. That's just how it is. He's an 8-year-old boy, and he's rambunctious, and he's not listening, and all those other different things. That's just, if you've raised a boy, I don't know how it is with girls, but if you've raised a boy, you understand that. Never in my right mind would I take my little child, my little 8-year-old child, to a playground that's next to, say, a busy highway. That playground didn't have any fences, didn't have any kind of barrier or protection up. Never would I take him there and not watch him and just hope that he didn't get hurt. You see what I did there? We're taking the same kinds of risks when we give our children access on devices that can literally access the wealth of all human knowledge. We're taking the same risk. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of things on this channel. So if you like what you've heard so far, hit that subscribe button. I'm not going to really make a whole lot of money off of this. In fact, this is not a money-making thing for me. It's a ministry. I'm not going to try to shove biblical scriptures down your throat, but they're going to come out because I'm a Christian. And I'm also a minister, and I will try to encourage you with those things as well. But for the most part, these things are universal, no matter what religion that you follow, no matter what side of the aisle you vote for, no matter what station you find yourself in life. These things, these principles that we're going to talk about protecting your children online, on their devices, on their screens, they're universal. Universal to all of us. So I want to pray for you. I want to encourage you to keep fighting that good fight of digital parenting. Keep fighting. Be relentlessly intentional about the decisions that you and your spouse make to protect your children. That's all for this week. We're going to see you again in the next video, and really appreciate you being here. Again, if you've liked what you've heard and you like what you've seen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button even more. I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. But if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. My name is Chad Landman. God bless you.